monthly update. So if you guys are new to the channel, I do these every month. It's a video where I chronicle everything behind the scenes on personal life, videos, the truck, everything. So yeah, I want to start off right away with the Roast Tires social media pages. First off, if you haven't already, go check out the Roast Tires subreddit. It'll be up on screen for you guys right now. And I am currently in the progress of setting up the Facebook group side of things, the quote-unquote port of the subreddit. So that should hopefully be by the time you guys are seeing this video. If it is, I'll put a thing on screen and you guys can go check that out. I'm really excited to show you guys that because the subreddit is great and I really love doing it. It doesn't have any members really, it's really small, but I'm pretty sure the Facebook community page will probably get more traffic anyway because most people don't use Reddit, a lot of people use Facebook. So that'll be coming up very soon and you guys can go and check that out. It'll be completely public once it is live. So yeah, that's kind of that on the social media side of things. The Facebook page should be up right now when you guys are seeing this video, so go check that out. So yeah, that'll be great, and go check out the subreddit as well. So pretty much the Facebook page will do exactly the same thing as the subreddit. It'll be there as a community page. It's meant for full respect. There will not be any sort of hate tolerated at all. It's a zero tolerance rule. That's been a big thing that I hated about other car community pages that I've been involved with in the past, is there's just so much hate and so much toxicity, even in a sport track related group. I mean, it's not something I really expected. I thought it'd be a very family oriented group, knowing that it's a lot of older guys that have these trucks. It's not very common to run into younger folks like myself having these things. So I kind of expected the sport track group to be filled with more young people that, or not more older people, I should say. There's a wasp here distracting me. I'm definitely terrified of wasps because I didn't know. But the whole point of the Facebook group and the subreddit was to be a hate-free area. And that was kind of where, why I was concerned about setting up the Facebook page so soon. So that will be coming in due time. Stay tuned for that. Besides that though, that's kind of all the social media stuff I wanted to cover. So first off, we're going to get into the main channel goodness, which is, first off, I want to talk about some new recent videos that have popped up on my channel, the car meet series on Hiram Wheels. So it's a very good car meet. I've really enjoyed going to it the last few weeks. It's been kind of a really good spiritual successor to Boosted in a way. Boosted is having some, I've heard a couple of murmurs about the rumors of it coming back, which would be great. I would love to see Boosted come back. The guys who run Boosted are fantastic people, and they are very quick to get a control of their meets. And that's kind of a huge thing with car meets right now, is it's just a lack of control. The Atlanta car scene is falling apart because a bunch of idiots are closing down the interstate and doing donuts and acting a fool. I've been seeing it in the news like crazy lately, and honestly, I could go all day about how I think intersection takeovers and interstate takeovers are the worst thing ever for the car community, but I won't get into that in this video because then the video will be an hour long. So it definitely has made it difficult, and people have just been out of whack like crazy lately. People have been acting a fool like crazy, even at the smaller meets like what I've seen last week, especially at the Hiram Wheels meet, which I covered a little bit in that video. I didn't film it because it's a local meet. I don't like filming local meets in that regard, and people do idiotic things. Caffeine and octane is fine because the police department is pretty quick to get you anyway, so what's the point of trying to hide it? But when you're acting a fool in the parking lot, it's one thing. When you're acting out on the street, it's fine. I really don't care if you act out on the street, as long as you're not taking over the street. But yeah, so the Hiram Wheels meet has been fantastic. I'm really excited to continue to cover that meet. They seem to really enjoy running it. They seem to be really good people that run the show there. It's only like 2 people really that are running the whole thing, and they're great people from what I've learned so far. So I'm really excited to continue to cover their meet as much as I can. And the views on those videos aren't doing very well, but again, this is something I'm very passionate about when it comes to recording car content, is I love covering events and meets and everything else. The Caffeine and Octane videos have always been one of the most successful car meet videos on my channel. And I want to kind of continue that trend with the Hiram on Wheels stuff, despite how much smaller that meet is compared to Caffeine and Octane. And Caffeine and Octane covers World Will Zoom at some point. I'm currently just waiting on the COVID crisis to kind of calm down a lot more, because if you've never been to Caffeine and Octane, it is shoulder to shoulder when you're walking through there. I mean, you are crammed in. It's thousands of people, thousands of cars. And the last thing I want to do is bring this stuff home to my family. My mom, of course, you guys know, is a recovering cancer patient and has thyroid issues and all sorts of other immune system problems. And the last thing I want to do is bring it to her. You know, I've almost lost my mom a few times in the last couple of years, and the last thing I need is for her to be taken out by some disease that was my fault. I got brought home from. Regardless of your opinions on COVID, whether you think it's a myth or a fluke or just a conspiracy, or you think it's a very real thing, I'm not taking the chances. Even if I am wasting my time, I would rather have wasted my time than wound up like unintentionally harming someone by having it and transmitting it to them, or getting it transmitted and bringing it home and giving it to someone else. That's kind of how I viewed the whole thing. But anyway, politics and stuff aside, that's kind of that on Caffeine and Octane. That will resume at some point. My main focus right now with the car meet stuff is how I'm on Wheels and these sort of other events that are local to me that are a lot smaller than Caffeine and Octane is, because Caffeine and Octane, again, is a huge event. So, like I said, I'm going to focus on this for now. Caffeine and Octane coverage will resume soon, though. And I will be continuing to do Harm on Wheels meet videos, even due to their poor performance. The goal is to make them more entertaining, because obviously I'm not going to blame you guys for not watching the video. If I'm not doing my job as an entertainer to entertain, then obviously you guys aren't going to watch the video, so it's not entertaining. So the goal is to try to make these videos more entertaining for you guys, and where you guys can actually enjoy watching these videos more. Because obviously if I'm not doing my part, you guys aren't going to watch. So that's that on the Hire on Wheels stuff. There'll be another video out next Monday, as there has been the last few Mondays. So stay tuned for that if you guys enjoy the car meet coverage videos. If you guys are local, come check that meet out. It's a very fun meet. It's very small. It's not terribly over the top. There are a certain group of people that act a fool every now and again, especially last week. But outside of that, it's a pretty tame meet. So if you're into car meets, come check that out if you're local. And yeah, Caffeine and Octane will resume coverage on this channel very soon once this all calms down. So that's the car meet stuff. I'm really excited to continue covering it. Let's move on into RT2. So RT2, if you guys don't know, is my second channel. It's where I focus on gaming, technology, pretty much everything else that I don't cover here outside of vlogs, because vlogs are still like an RT staple. Even if they aren't car related, I love vlogging for this channel in general. The Florida Super Trip vlog is enough evidence of that. RT2 is where I post all my tech related stuff and gaming. The original plan with this channel years ago was to do both gaming and car content, very similar to say Tomcat TC9700. That's how he started off with, was gaming and car stuff. Black Panther as well, back in the day, did both car and game content on the same channel. He wound up splitting up much like I did. And that's kind of my original goal for this channel, was to do both contents on both the sport track as well as video games. It's what I was very passionate about and still am. But the gaming stuff never got really any traction after the car side of things picked up really well. At first, the gaming side still overwhelmed the car side of content that I would produce. And once I started doing Caffeine and Octane, and once I started actually modding this thing, that changed. Well, I guess you could say for the better, because the channel probably wouldn't be where it's at now if I continued doing both. So I wound up cutting off gaming content altogether. A lot of people still hate me for this, because there are plenty of subscribers from those early days that loved the gaming content instead of the car content. And you know, I just wasn't really happy with how it was performing, and I wanted to focus more on the car stuff full time, which is why I killed off gaming videos. And I missed it a lot. Trust me, gaming content is one of my favorite kind of content to make. I love sitting down. It's a really easy kind of video to film, because all I gotta do is put a headset on, turn on the AC, and enjoy some time on a game. Just as I would any other time of the day when I play a video game. So it was just playing a video game while recording it, and I really had fun with that. So I wanted to make sure to kind of bring that back in some way at some point, and that's where RT2 came from. It originally carried the Adamson moniker, much like this channel did, and it was originally renamed to RT2 and then spelled back out to Art Roast Tires 2, which is what it is today. And I post all of my gaming stuff there. I've just started uploading there again, which is why I bring it up in the first place. As I usually do every month, and I've always said the same, like, oh, I'll start uploading there eventually, I'll start uploading there eventually. I actually did start uploading there. I didn't have a video go up last week due to just a lot of focus on this channel. I want to focus here at the house, which I'll get into in a moment when I get to the personal life side of things. But I am uploading there again. I have a new video that should be going up today, right after this video, so go check that out if you haven't already. I love doing content on RT2, so that's a huge passion project for me. If you guys want to support me even more than you guys already do by supporting this channel, go check that out. Besides that though, RT2 is doing just fine. It's actually, like, the view-wise is pretty healthy on that end for, you know, a 50 subscriber channel. So if you guys like gaming and technology, go check out Roast Tires 2. It'll be in the description as well as in the recommended channels page on this channel. So that's kind of that on the RT2 stuff. That's all I really wanted to give much time into it, because I know this channel is mostly car based. So I don't want to focus too much on the gaming side when I'm doing content here. So next thing I want to talk about is the truck, because it's what most of you guys here watch. It's why Sport Track content does so much better than pretty much every other kind of video I upload, is because you guys are most interested in this. And I've got quite a lot going on behind the scenes when it comes to the projects with that. I've got a long list of things I want to take care of, and I don't know where to get my priorities set, which is why I haven't been doing a lot of mod videos since we moved here. Of course, moving here has taken up a lot of my time. Getting everything kind of where I want it is still taking up a lot of my time to this day. And I've been helping out here with stuff, whether it be picking up equipment from Home Depot or doing all sorts of things here around the house. And so car mod videos have been kind of slow. I've been saving all this time as well, because I want to do something big for my next mod. I don't want to do something stupid like badges or anything else like that right now. I want my next mod to be something big. I want to kind of keep the trend of 2020 being the big year. It kind of like spitting on the fact that 2020 has been a sucky year. I've wanted to kind of improve upon it with the truck build and go as crazy as I can go all in 1 year outside of boosting the truck. So I've got tons of stuff in mind, and I've got a long list of things, and I'm just waiting on some funds to come in within the next month or so that will help me achieve all that. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It's going to be great. I'm really excited to get to bring everything that I have in mind to fruition for you guys. It's going to be great. I'm honestly very excited. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm not going to reveal much until later what the main #1 project will be once I'm ready to reveal it, which will hopefully be very soon. I'm really excited for that. I will not be revealing much about it until everything finally starts to take shape, but I'm really excited to talk about it. Pretty much Michael gave me this idea. That's all I'm going to say about it. So stay tuned for that. I'll let you guys know more as time goes on. Like I said though, other little things like window tint stuff, it's all in the back burner until I can get kind of my priorities straight on where I want my money to go first, because modding cars is not cheap. You guys know that, and my job currently isn't really extremely sustainable for buying tons of car parts all the time. I'm not your Adam LZs of the world where it's like, oh crap, I need a part, let me just overnight it from X place. I have to actually save quite a lot of money in order to do the kind of stuff that I want to do with this truck, because I don't like doing budget parts anymore. When I got the intake, it was a $60 part and I hated it. It was a huge mistake, and I want to kind of refrain from doing anything like that again. So cheap parts are not the way to go for me, so I'm trying to make sure everything is done right, which costs more money. If you want things done right, you have to spend money. And so I've been saving pretty much this entire time to kind of get to the point where I can do more cool stuff. So that will all be coming in due time, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I'll be revealing a lot more as time gets closer to when I'll be able to actually achieve everything. But Sport Track mod videos are still going to be kind of slow until then. So 3 or 4 weeks from now, we'll have some great content coming, starting to roll in on that regard. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I know you guys love this thing, and I intend to kind of continue the craziness that has already ensued this year with the full bolt-on setup. So last thing I'll talk about is some personalized stuff. The last little bit of things before I close out this video. So first off, I've been getting a couple questions about a house tour video, because obviously I've lived here for over a month and I've not shown off anything here yet. As you guys can kind of see by all the mess surrounding me, there's been a lot of work going on. There's bags full of stuff from stuff we've had taken out and replaced and fixed and all that stuff. It's quite a mess in here right now, but we are working very hard on getting the house kind of in a very usable state, and I am waiting to do the house tour video for when it's close to done. I'll be taking clips throughout all this time of the house pre-restoration, so you guys can see a lot of what we found when we moved here, when we first got here, before we moved in, and then all of the stuff we have repaired and fixed and everything. Where I'm sitting right now is probably one of the worst rooms, or one of the worst areas in the house right now, and that's saying a lot, because it was a lot worse inside than it was out here. This used to be like the best room in the house altogether. And we've done a lot of work here. I'm really excited to show you all what we've been up to here. And that will be coming in due time once the house is ready, because I do not want to show it off kind of mid-restoration, because obviously then the guys would be like, well, it looks kind of dumb, halfway fixed and halfway broken. but I don't want to show it off as a work in progress. It's one of those things I want to wait until it is done. I've been recording clips throughout this entire process, all the way back in May or June, when we were first looking at moving here. So that's that on the house side of things. Personal life things, I start school next week, so it's going to be kind of hectic at first. Thankfully, it's all online, so as far as the channel goes, nothing will change. Everything will be the exact same as it's been all summer long. Just minus, I'll need a little bit of extra time to focus on school. So that'll be a little bit different, but we'll make it work. I'll figure out how to work my school schedule. I do every year. So that's exciting because that puts me one step closer to graduating. Due to the credits I lost when I transferred, I'm still pretty far away from that, but I'm really excited to get there for sure because everyone outside of my graduating class is graduating this year. Our graduating class, my school was graduating this year, which really sucks, but for me at least. It's great for them, it sucks to me. But all in all, I'm really excited for that, to start another year. School has been far from stressful for me the last year and a half or so, so I'm really excited to kind of continue the trend and hopefully graduate within the next year or two. Besides that, really, I don't really have much more to talk about. Hope you all enjoyed this update video. I know it was long, but hope you guys are updated on everything as it sits right now. New video coming out on Friday. If you guys have any cool sport track content ideas, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think I should do. And yeah, see you guys on Friday with a new video. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys then. Take care.